Oh, well, I do apologise for the starting credits. It would seem to be that, yeah, it seems to be that Slobs is a little bit balked tonight. It's not capturing the whole screen. Just give us a second and I'll try and sort all this out, because everything will need moving around. Yeah, I haven't done anything to it. It's just come on tonight, and yeah, it doesn't seem to fit. So we'll see what we can do. That one as well. Nothing seems to want to fit. So I don't know what we're going to do. Ah, right. Oh well, we'll leave it at that, I think. Weird. I haven't done anything to it since last week. We're still here. But yeah, nothing's just fitting. So we'll try. That right, we'll leave it at there. At least you can see me, hopefully, and things will hopefully pick up. I'll have to have a look at this after the show. Even the lighting isn't right this week. Still, right, here we are, Wednesday night. Yes, Wednesday night at the bench with the Land-Wasser-Schlepper, the German tank boat, the boat without a puppy. Yeah, there's also a little bit of a change tonight. Usually first thing of the night we'd do a little bit of a whiskey tasting. However, I'm at work first thing in the morning, so I didn't want to imbibe too late into the night. Just so I thought I would leave it out a little bit this week, and we'll just have some council pop. That's all, just to wet the whistle. So it's a nice delicately flavoured council pop. Comes in a refillable bottle, saves plastic, saves the environment, with a nice water filter to take out all the harsh chemicals and tastes of chlorine and things like that. But anyway, right, what are we going to do this week? Well, there's not a lot left to do, really. We'd done most of it last week, and I think all it really leaves us to do this week is put the little bits back on. It's really annoying me this week, because my stream isn't set up and I'm wanting to be all professional. Oh, right, let's try it one last time. No, I can't move anything around. So, right, never mind. Anyway, good evening to you. Right, who is in tonight? Let's, screen was okay before Ted adjusted it. Right. Are you seeing me a little tiny in the corner? Because the way I see it, let's drag that back. And let's drag that one down. Can you see that? Right, yeah, something's not quite right here this evening. Can you see that now? Let me know. That's better, says Sarah Jane. Thank you. So you can see all the Ted's Do Not Adjust Your Set, Ted's Live, and the important bit, support the channel, Patreon, skip a scale models, or use Super Chat. Is that alright for you? Stop, Ted, that is full picture. Thank you. Right, it must be something one way or the other. I'll sort it. I'll have a look at. I'll have a look after. Oh, right, yeah, right. I'm a little bit better because now I've expanded it on my screen. I can see things what I'm doing. Right. So, should we start again? Yeah, I'll go and do the pre-roll. No, I won't go and do the pre-rolls. Right. Yes, something's wrong with this system. It's not feeding over to the other side, and I thought you could only see half a screen. Yeah. Right. So what are we going to do? Right. Well, the land of trash, the land trash, the boat tank is nearly done. So all we're going to do is put the teeny tiny bits on. Then we can get ready for painting. I have had a look at the vehicle, tank, boat since I left last week, and I've really discovered that you can't see a damn thing inside it. So if I was to go and do all that weathering inside, and muck it all up and do rusting and spend ages and ages like that, and then put the top on, you're not gonna see it. Nobody's gonna see it. So I'm pretty glad I didn't waste my time thinking about weathering and things like that, because all I've got to do is put these seats in. Now these seats are only just dry because I've just painted them because I forgot. So these will go in here. One of these, I guess, is a radio operator's seat. One, I guess, is a navigator's seat. And the other, I guess, would be the steersman, the driver, or whatever you want to call him. Oh, there's one in. Right. It's thrown me on the pot tonight. What we're going to do first is go back and say hello to you all. Yes. Right. So let's see who is in tonight. I did see that Wendy was first in ages ago, and she says, do we have a puppy yet? We haven't got a puppy yet, but I'm going to get a puppy. I'll get a puppy before this is finished, and we can have a puppy. Yeah. I'll find. I think Fox has told me where I can get a puppy from, so we must have a puppy. So hi to Wendy, then Sarah. Sarah and Wendy had a little conversation of hello to each other. Mayhem Model Works, good evening to you. Then they all said everything. Ted's late, says Wendy. I wasn't late. I was trying to sort this out because it wouldn't. Yeah, but yeah. Mayhem Model Works. Ted's been in the biker pub again. I take it you've been the Sun and Earth, I think they call it, the introductory music. Athol says, and if we all go again, here we all go again. Skipper Scale Models. Yeah, I trust. Hopefully, you've been across it's Chris's live stream before mine. I think before that as well. Colin was around. I do know that Wednesday is a fairly busy day and a good day for you viewers because you can get loads of live streams in. That helps you cross the hump day, Wednesday, the hump day. Sarah Jade, Mayhem, Ethel, Chris is in. Hopefully Ted doesn't fall over at the end like I did. Yeah, you did that the other day on the end after we'd switched off the E-Models live stream. Chris's internet fell over and he disappeared. So yeah, he couldn't argue the point. He couldn't argue his point with Fox about elements. Gemma, Gemma Williams. Hi Ted, everyone else. Hi to you, Gemma. Sarah Jane says, I've fallen over already. Got a big green and black bruise to show for it. That's before drinking. That's before the Malibu. Well, just drink the Malibu. You don't feel it. Colin's in. Hi, Colin. Wendy, Athol. I see Games Workshop are releasing Eradicators for the Primaris Marines, so we'll need to get some of them. Yeah, that must be Warhammer. It was okay, Ted, before you just made it smaller. Yeah, I must find out what's wrong with it. Lord High Bobbins, I am here, he says. Teeny tiny Ted. Yeah, I was. Then I adjusted on the screen. Hi Ted and all the people in chat, says William Rayborn. Right, welcome to William. Then I think we're down to the bottom of the chat. Now it does tell me on my little screen here that there's 25 people viewing and there isn't that many in chat. So if you are out there, if you are out there in Videoland, YouTube streaming, do come along, join in the chat. Just say, even if you just say hello and welcome, let us know who you are, where you're from, and we're all a happy bunch, and we'll just have a chat while I try to build this Land-Wasser-Schlepper boat tank, and we get on for them. So yeah, Lord High Bobbin says thumbs. Yep, thumbs. If you like the stream, give us a thumbs up because it helps with the algorithms of YouTube and things like that, and puts me up the rankings and whatever it does. But yeah, it's most appreciated. If you want to put a thumbs down, put a thumbs down. But drop me a line. Tell me why you didn't like it, and I'll see if I can improve it. Yeah, and as I say, you can always support me by going along to Skipper Scale Models or using Super Chat, and I'll try to use the sort of what I get back from all this to feed back into the models. I am keen to get two video cameras, like Chris does with his, so you can see sort of a bit of the bench and a bit of me, but and things like that. I have, as I said, well, not invested in a second screen just yet, but I've got one on the borrow, so I can find out how to do things. But yeah, it's picking up. Chris says, I don't know if I like it yet. Yeah, well, yeah. Thanks. Yeah, I'll try. Yeah, do try and stay awake for an hour and a half. If not, just thank me for sending you soothingly off to sleep at the end of the day. Mark, I'm here just planking at the moment. Right, oh the joys. Yes, I remember the days of planking. Are you double diagonal planking? Are you putting stringers in or anything like that? What you making, Mark? Reggie Modeler, it's okay. Right, we can all settle down. Reggie Modeler's in. Yes, he's here. We can relax now. Athol says, say when this nonsense is over, I'm coming down your way to photograph some of my ponies. If you see somebody lurking, it might be me. Sarah Jane. Right. You can always, Athol, on your way down, you could always stop off at the lakes and photograph some of the beautiful fell ponies that are out and about around the lakes, live wild on the fells. They do actually have an owner, unlike some of the like the New Forest ponies. Our fell ponies, they do have somebody that sort of looks after them. But live rough on the fells, hardy breed. They're brilliant when they just sort of come out of the mist at you. Reggie Model says he's good, covered in bits of paint and plastic card. That's the way, that's the day, that's the afternoon at the bench. That's what it's all about. Covered in plastic card, glue, paint, dinner. Yeah, have your dinner at the bench. Get the other half to fetch your dinner up for you. And speaking of dinner, belly and bench. Yes, what's in the belly and what's on the bench? For me, it's the the Boattank, and it was beef chili tonight with Mexican flavored rice. Yes. Ted, I could drive up and do the NC 500 and photograph the Highland coos that were standing posing for photographs. Yes, and the maybe the occasional rare haggis running around the fells. Might be able to capture one of them. But yes, you never know. Always a chance. King of the Mississippi steam paddle boat, second deck. It's herringbone pattern, and scratching my head how to do it. Yes, yes. I know the pattern. I don't know how to do it myself. I've done diagonal planking, and I wouldn't think it's much different to that. But yeah, patience is a virtue here. So good. Yeah, I'm sure there's lots of videos out there on YouTube telling you how to do it. What's that? Oh, I've just found on a bench the one of the headlights has fallen off. Never mind. At least I've found it, and it ain't going to disappear. So I can glue that back on. But anyway, let's glue another chair in, and then we can button all this up, really. Oh, sorry about the noise. Reggie Muller, bench is a Tiger Toon tank, 40k bash kit. Oh, I saw that on Facebook. Yeah, I saw where you're bashing that. You're doing the side skirts on that. Did you sort that out? Did you decide how they were going to go? Because yeah, I was, when I saw it, I thought of the A-team. You've got to think about, you've got to really think how the A-team would have done it. Just in a barn with a welding set that they happen to find that works. Yeah, they always seem to do that, don't they? Find a welding set that in a disused barn that's never seen light of day or never seen anybody for years, and they're in this disused barn, and there happens to be electricity on and a welding set. And yeah, they could still produce things, but yeah, that's how they do it. Right, where are we at? Roundabouts okay, it's the outsiders who don't know how to navigate them. Where are you at, Sarah? Because the place I found had nothing but roundabouts. Was I think it was Peterborough. There was a roundabout after every roundabout, and there was a roundabout to get on the roundabout. And you just went forever round in circles. So we could put these in, and we'll give them a good time to set, because once the top's on, yeah, I don't fancy trying to manipulate getting chairs back in through the funnels or whatever. Roberts, I think I had a welding set in the back of his van along with various weapons they used. All right, yeah, always just carrying a welding set round, oxyacetylene burning set, all in the back of the van. Right, so that I think marks the end of the inside being finished. And as I say, once you put the top on, yeah, you can't see anything through there. Right, yeah. I haven't, but I've also given a better idea, so I'm going to make another set tomorrow. That's about the side skirts on his toon tank. Billy William says Billy, chili and cornbread. Bench is is 3. Oh, I nearly said 3/1/8. Bench is 3/1/8 radio control bodies. Now then, spraying radio control bodies, especially if it's a clear ones, it really mixes the mind up. It really blows your brain because you've got to think from the outside in. Whereas I don't know if anybody out there has ever painted clear radio control bodies, but you've got to think backwards. Whereas we'd give this a coat primer, and then we'd give it a clear, then we'd spray it with a clear coat. Then we'd spray the base coat, and then we'd do some camouflage stripes, and then we'd put the decals on. When you do radio control bodies, you've got to do it the other way around. You've got to put your decals on backwards, and then you've got to do your camouflage stripes, then the base coat, then your primer if you wanted primer, and then you've got to gloss it because you want to protect it from all the dirt and grime that gets thrown up. I think that's if you're doing it that way, William. If you're doing clear bodies, but yeah, you got to think, especially if you're doing multicolours. You've really got to think about the process of which way you're going to do it. Right, let's try and get this on without firing it across the room. No, that's not going to do it because it's snapped. Right. I thought Billy was special fried rice with char siu pork and prawns, plus added soy sauce on the bench. A half-empty 2-litre gloss paint tin. Been painting the house? Well, I would hope it's the house that gets painted and not one of your models in half a litre of gloss Dulux. I have seen models painted in household paints. Yes, they don't turn. They're not the best of finishes, but it's somebody's model, so you can't knock it. They've enjoyed doing it, so yeah. If you want to paint your model in household emulsion, go for it. Sarah had sausage sarnies. Sausage sarnies. Brown sauce or red sauce? Yeah. Red sauce, tomato sauce is for bacon butties, I think. And brown sauce is for sausage sarnies. That's the way to go for it. Yeah. And how many sausages on your sarnie? Well, yes, I was right. Yes, everything is done backwards. Yes, in his radio control cars. Yes. You've got to think about it, haven't you? I suppose if you're doing it all the time, it probably becomes natural. But I'd done it just a couple of times for the son when he had radio control cars, which were never too successful because he had the nitro ones, the petrol powered ones, and the engines were really temperamental. it would have been much easier just to have electric, just turn them on and go. Just trying to get this headlight repositioned where it knocked it off, because if I don't glue it on properly, it'll get knocked off again and it will just disappear. Right, and also don't put too much glue on it because you just melt it. Oh, right, we've also got that. Right, where's that gone? Just a second, be with you in a minute. Sarah says brown sauce is correct. Yes. Just clicking a few things here, trying to get just be back in a minute. There we go. There we are. Right. This whole thing's balked tonight. I do apologise. Get rid of that. Get rid of that. I'm trying not to press the wrong button and make yous all disappear as well. I hope. There we go. That one. Just click it a few. There we go. That's that one. That one. There. Normal service has been resumed. No, I can't find you. Where have you all gone? I know you're in there somewhere. There you are. Get the chat back up. Oh, it's all falling apart tonight. Oh. There, right. Right. Brown sauce is correct. No, Ted, not molds, but skirting boards and doors. Now the stink is doing his hitting. Yeah, gloss paint in the house. And you can try that non-smelly gloss paint, but it's awful. It just doesn't work. Yeah, I think Dulux, or one of the major companies, brought out a non-smelling gloss paint, and it was like painting with chalk. William says he's trying to make a living at it. He's painted hundreds of them. Oh well, yeah, it'll just become natural to you then, William. Just painting RC bodies. Yeah, buzz, all done. Yeah, even the multicoloured ones where you've got to think, now then, which colour do I put on first? Which one's going to look better? And all that. Angus says 1 slice of bread folded over, or 2 slices of bread makes sausage sanger. Sausage sanger, yes. That will go with the egg banjo. It's seafood diet, says Sarah. Seafood and eat it. 2 slices, trapping 4 sausages and brown sauce, which add 2 of, as you do. Yeah, it's always better when you're doing bacon butties, sausage sarnies, is make 2, because you know as soon as you've sat down and ate one, you'll want the other one. So always better to do 2. Even if it's nobody else in the house, do 2, because you know you have to. And by the time you've got your pound of sausages, there's always like 6 sausages, isn't there? So by the time you've made a sarnie out of 4 of them, that just leaves 2 lonely sausages in the fridge. And yeah, you can't put 2 lonely sausages back in the fridge, so you might as well put them all in a pan and have them all at once. Sarah said she make a good painter. She can't smell things. And Pete says you can't beat the good old British egg banjo. Yes, egg banjo. I did. Did anybody see that post on Facebook? It's been. I'm sure it's been circulated a number of times. It was the crumpet sandwich. It was two crumpets. Yeah. Whether we call it, do you call them crumpets? The like, yeah, crumpets. And somebody had made a crumpet sandwich with bacon in the middle, a fried egg, and cheese. Yes, I thought that was a brilliant idea. I immediately went to the kitchen to make some, and we didn't have any crumpets. Right, where are we? Got them in. I don't think they're going to go anywhere. I'm not going to stick it on yet. Stick the roof on it because we've got some more things to build on this. Right. I'm not going to put the life ring on because that'll need to be painted separately. So we can build the navigation lights. So yeah, what's on everybody else's bench? Don't forget, do ask any questions. I'm here as your fountain of knowledge today about anything. Yeah. We always say that, don't we? Ask any questions you want. Ask any questions on modelling and things like that. But you know that Chris and Fox and Colin and I don't do serious. We usually just ramble on, talk about nothing. Right, I've got to find a box. No crumpets, use waffles. I've discovered cooking potato waffles in the toaster. Potato waffles, are they the thin thing? No, are they the thin potato waffles that if you cook them too much, they slide out? They slide down the side of the toaster. You can't get them out. No crumpets, use waffles. Same thing in the end. Tastes the same. What? Where's the fox tonight? Oh yeah, he's probably playing his video games. Sarah's got 6 models on the bench, waiting warm weather. Unless I come into money and move. Yeah, but yeah, just move somewhere warmer. I forgot what I'm looking for. Right, B. Sprue B. Now there can't be many because these sprues are getting empty now. Sprue B and Sprue B. So we need 2 of them because we're going to build a port and starboard navigation lights. Now then, hope you've been watching because you'll all know by now what colours they are, port and starboard. Go. Yeah, useless information. So we want 34, 35 and 36. That's 34, 35 and 36. And they look tiny, tiny, tiny bits that will fire across the room in a second. So we have our little bit of white tack. 34, 35 and 36. No, I can't find. Did everybody have snow over the last couple of days? Had to dig the car out yesterday. Was it yesterday? I can't remember. All the days gel into one. Right, I've got to work out which way around these go. So that's that one. Hopefully, hopefully I'll be able to do a lot more building in the centre of the screen, because I've moved my camera. What used to happen was I used to migrate over to the bottom right hand corner of the screen. So I've moved my camera, so hopefully you could see a lot more of what's going on. But if you can't see, oh no, oh, dropped it. But I'm lucky I saw where it went. Green for the starboard. Green for the right starboard. If it's wrong, it's the other side. Yeah, that's right, Sarah. Can't go wrong. Port is left, because it's got the same number of letters. And also port is red. The drink, port, it's red. So that's how you can remember. Chocolate flute, Choctaw flute. Why do my models always look like amateur junk compared to the pros? What are they doing so different? We're not doing no, nobody's doing anything different. Sometimes Choctaw flute, what you'll find is it's just clever photography. But you've got to ask yourself, when you built your model, did you enjoy it? Did you enjoy building it? Who else is going to see it apart from your family? And if you enjoyed doing it, what does it matter what it looks like? And all you've got to do is keep practicing. I'm trying to work out which way around this goes. Right, that must go in there. Yeah, all you need to do is just keep practicing, and then each model you build, have a look at it and think, what can I do better next time? You don't need to do everything better next time. Just pick a particular part of your model that you'd like to improve on. And that way your model making becomes better. I've got a clue what I'm doing here. Because I need to make sure that that goes in there. Now then, on the light itself, there's a little bit of an impression that gives the idea where the light is, the lens for the lamp. So we need to make sure that that is actually pointing outwards, which it is now. Yeah, going back to that. Yeah, just take it. I've lost a piece now. Just take your time and just set yourself targets to improve a little bit of your build each time, whether it's actually gluing it together and cleaning up all the lost a piece, or whether it's gluing it together, cleaning up all the seams and things like that, and preparation, getting the build done right before you prepare it, before you paint it, whether it's preparation for painting, because you know that you've got your build sorted, and then it's preparation for painting. Give your model a nice coat of primer, and look for any issues that the primer's raising, because that's what primer's for. And I've lost a bit. Did anybody see where that top went? There's a little piece here, it's just there. Oh, I cut it off. Oh, there it is, it's still stuck in there. And then, yeah, and after that, it's painting itself. Are you getting the paints to lie down properly and look right? Are you picking the right colours? But you'll soon don't be put off. What anybody says, never ever let them put you off, because there's always somebody out there who is going to tell you that this is wrong, that's wrong. Just ignore them, because it's your model. You do it how you want. But the most of all, doesn't matter what your model looks like, as long as you as long as you enjoy it. And you can be proud of it. I used to judge model shows, and I would never ever knock somebody for their model, because to them it's probably the best model that they've ever built. And if they ask for criticism, I would give them constructive criticism, but I would never ever knock anybody's enthusiasm. Oh, this is gonna be now once. Oh, so yes. What are we at? 27 people and no thumbs up. Oh, please, yeah, give a thumbs up. Go back over here. I'll try to find my little mouse so I can get the chat back up. Athol's right, experience. That's all it comes down to. Chocotor, experience. That's it, and having fun while you're doing it. Don't get beat. Don't start beating yourself up because something isn't going right. Just practice. And yeah, and hang around with us. Ted, Fox, Colin, Chris and I. Yeah, hang around with us and enjoy it, and ask us questions. Usually if you come in our chats and live streams and things like that, if we don't know the answer to the question, because we're not experts, we don't know everything, but what we don't know, I bet there is somebody in the chat that will know. And this bunch of reprobates in the chat down here or wherever they are, this bunch of reprobates, they're brilliant. They're all well behaved. Nobody knocks you for anything, and they're a great source of help. So that's that one. Yes, we have a portside navigation lighting, the red one. Thumbs up. Sarah's just telling everybody where she's at, so we're all around her house for a party later. Check out the oil capital of Europe, and I'm around there. You must be at Aberdeen, Athol. Is that right? I used to work in Aberdeen. Well, not used to work. I was seconded to a shipyard up there to give them a hand building some cruisers, not cruisers, patrol boats for the Korean Navy or something like that. I don't think, not the North Korean, but yeah, well, it worked at Hall Russell. Pete Rogers, good bit of advice. Just look at some of your early builds and look at the one you're doing now. You'll be surprised at the difference. Yeah, the more you build, the better you become. Yeah, well, I've recently had a look back at some of my I took a nostalgic trip back to some of my earlier video builds, and even I surprised myself thinking that's awful. How I ever got away with that? Yeah, I looked awful, The build was awful. The video quality was awful. But yeah, still here, still doing it. Don't ever give up. Just get better. So my models are 100-foot ones, best seen from that distance, so you don't worry about it. Yeah, that's it. But Sarah, you're enjoying it, aren't you? As I said, as long as you're enjoying doing what you're doing, you'll keep doing it. And if anybody tells you you're doing it wrong, then they're doing it wrong. Then they're wrong. Yes, they're wrong on all levels. Exactly. I used to walk around with a copy of the Press and Journal pretending to be a worker at Hall Russell. Whereas me, I'm on the other side of the River Dee up the hill. Ah, right. Is Hall Russell still there? I probably believe it's not. I think it was probably one of the shipyards that fell into disuse many years ago. Right, I'm trying not to lose these bits. I'm trying to get them the right way around. Without taking the lines off my cutting mat. So yeah, Chock to Flute. Yeah, really nice to see you in chat. Yeah, there must be some other people out there. I do know there's lots of people watching. Yeah, but we want to, come and say hello in chat. See, we didn't bite. Nobody bit. Oh, we were really nice, weren't we? Yeah, nobody bit or shouted. Oh, we've got it the wrong way around. That's it. So yeah, who else? Who else is going to come forward? I'd say the new to the might not be new to the stream, but they might be new people to come and chat and say hello. So who is out there? Come and tell us who you are. Yeah, but don't wait. Don't cost you anything. Don't forget, if you do like what you see, do like and subscribe if you haven't already. That's again, subscribe. Doesn't cost you anything. I used to think it did. That's why I never subscribed to anything for a long time after I found YouTube, because I thought you had to pay for it, because I didn't understand what it was all about. And if you weren't here earlier, yep, I have explained that things are a little bit different this evening. I'm not doing any whiskey tasting this evening due to work and things in the morning. I've tended to always have this rule that if I was ever going to work the next day, whatever time of the day really, even if it was a night shift or something like that, I'd never have a drink the day before. And just something I carried on and stuck to that. Oh, wow. Oh, it's not. Chat. No, it's now a base for supply vessels and other ships connected to the ex-oil industry, but some of the shops are still maintained. Ah, right. That's Hall Russell. Yeah, nice little shipyard. Just building. They were building ships of great enormity. I think they had a bit of a history behind them. No doubt there was some historic ships or some ships of note that came from Hall Russell. But nice friendly place. The Granite City. Sarah's just found some cherry Blackwells. I don't. Yeah, I'm not so keen on cherry Bakewells. Blackwells. Yeah, I'm not so keen on marzipan almonds. Chocolate Flute, I'll keep trying. Yeah, tell you what, Chocolate Flute, go across to Skipper Scale Models and post some of your pictures on there. Let's have a yeah. Let's see how you're getting on. Don't be shy of showing your models off. That's one way. You can help. You can improve. You could always go along to Model Maker's Boom Hut, where I think generally most of these guys are members of anyway, and post some pictures in there and just ask for some help. Join Model Maker's Boom Hut if you've got Facebook. But if not, you could contact me here and go along to Skipper Scale Models and join the Facebook page there. I'll post some of your pictures up. I'd love to see them. Right, next bit we can do some, we can put them on, and then we can do the driving mirrors. That is bound to be something else that's going to get knocked off. So we want B27, 4 of them. Another way, I've just thought of another way to help improve your building, is find a YouTube video of something that you want to build, because there's bound to be a video out there of it, and then follow the build. Watch the videos through first, make sure it's got enough detail for you, because some of them just glue things together with music going in the background and they don't explain anything. Find a video of the model that you want to build and build along with it, and take your time, because one thing about YouTube, you can do it with a live stream really. One thing about YouTube, you can stop it, start it, run it back. You can if you wanted to watch build the Land-Wasser-Schlepper bit, the boat tank, you can watch it on the playback and stop and start as you go along. That's I just thought that as a good idea to help you build along. So we want 2 of these in here. Yes, Sarah, you carry on and eat my cherry Bakewells, will you? Yeah, it's okay. I won't pester you for cherry bakewells. Yeah, our live streams tend not to be like instructional videos, but you can watch. You can see how we put models together. Without the instruction, really. Just, you know, that's that one. Cherry bakewells. What? Yeah. What's your favourite cake? I'm quite partial to a fruit cake. Yeah, albeit Christmas cake, fruit cakes. As long as there's no marzipan on, I can. Yeah. But one thing about Christmas cakes and marzipan, you can peel it off, so you're all happy. I'm quite partial to some of that. I also like Marks and Spencer's used to do it. They used to do a fruit cake with cherries and stuff in it. Oh yeah, that was great. So what's your cake of choice? Yeah, the one at Marks used to have really big slices of cherries. It was so lush. That one goes in there. I thought it still has a hunk of Christmas cake left. It lasts forever. Yeah. And following on from what was said the other night, I do like Jamaican ginger cake. Yeah, that's nice. So that's that one. Now we've got to do them on the other side. But as for the whiskey, yeah, it was going to be Talisker Sky tonight. But we'll wait until next week, and we could do that one as well. A nice taste of single malt from Sky. Nice and smooth, not too peaty. So if you've got any Talisker Sky in your drinks cupboard, bring it next week, and we'll have a joint taste test. Jamaican ginger cake smothered in prune juice and chocolate ice cream. Oh, now, yeah, that's another thing. A fruit cake, crumbled over ice cream mixed in. Yes, just ordinary, plain vanilla ice cream. Get your Christmas cake, crumble it all over the top. Yum, delish. Another one of them. Oh, there is. Can't see for looking. There's not that many parts left now. What I'm going to have to do is get all the building finished tonight, get all the bits glued on, but then yeah, I'm not making any promises, but I would hope that while you're away between now and next week, I'll get it primed and base coated at least. And then next week we could have a look at some weathering, and yeah, we could actually call it done next week. If depends how well we get on with the weathering. Oh, that's very 80s, Pete Rogers. Black Forest Gatto, the cake of all cakes. Yes, it's nice. Black Forest, yeah. Dark, yeah, those dark cherries. Rum. Yeah, the Black Forest Gatto, it's got all them layers in, hasn't it? So we now need 2 of them. We don't need that. We need that and that. So 38, 38. Yes, that's them. We now need these. These are like rope hangers. We could put these on, but we're not going to put the rope onto them yet, because that would be just wrong. Pete Rogers, is that with or without schnapps? Oh, snaps. Oh, that's a drink from the past. Yes. I've only had snaps when I've been on holiday in Austria. Yeah, that's a drink to blow your mind. I think that's that one. So yeah, yep. Come on, let us know what your favourite cake is. You've had your cup of tea. It's 11 o'clock in the morning. It's time for 11s. Is brew the kettle's on. A good cup of Yorkshire tea. What cake would you have? What cake or biscuit would you have with your cup of tea for your 11s? Sometimes just something simple like a Tunnock's tea cake is quite good. Now, if I don't know if Lynn's in from across the water. If there's anybody in from across the water, probably won't know what we're talking about. I think I've just put a gluey finger mark on that window. There are a few gluey drops on there, which is most amateur of me. But I'll let them dry. Gluey drops. Yeah, if you make some gluey drops, sounds rude, but if you make some gluey drops on your model, don't try to rub them off. Just leave them and they'll evaporate. Because if you try to rub them off, yeah, you'll just you just smear it, or you make a big fingerprint, or you get your tissue stuck in it. But just, yeah, if you get gluey drops on your model, just leave it. Oh, coming home ready, the oven of freshly made cake is the best, but run before mum catches you. Oh, you can tell when mum's been baking in the kitchen. The house smells divine of baking. Favorite cake is the one I'm eating. Yes, that's always a good one. Yeah, William. Yep. What's your favorite cake? Anything. Just give me it. Just cake. or a piece of flapjack. Yeah, some flapjack's quite nice. So now we've got to make the wing mirrors. Ooh. Snowballs on a bacon butty and a runny egg at 11, says Athel. Version 2 of 2 tank kit bash side skirts are done. Well done, Gradient. Let's have a look at it. Yeah, let's put a picture over it up and let's have a look at how you what you did. Oh no. I'm trying to keep my fingers away from the drippy glue without success. So the next one, what's that off? Is D's. Oh, I want some D. Oh. Noise. D, there they are. Right. These are either going to cut off easily, or like last week when I cut the handrails off and snap them, because they look pretty fragile. So what we'll do, we'll cut them. We'll cut that one off there, and then we'll cut right back at the sprue gate, cut right back, and then we can trim to suit. Without snapping them. They'll certainly get glued onto the model. Whether they last the lifetime of the model, yeah, is yet to be seen. Sorry, deep in concentration while I cut this bit off without cutting my fingers off or snapping it. Originally, well, I don't have a favourite. He bakes cakes, yeah, or since he's becoming a pastry chef, doesn't eat a lot of cake. Yeah, I suppose it's like working in a sweet shop, isn't it? If you've got access to sweets and chocolates all day, the last thing you want to eat when you're on your day off is sweets and chocolates. Wobbly cam. Yeah, you're not going to be too keen on, yeah. Because I understand that that's how some like chocolate factories and things work. I think places like the people that make Quality Street and things like that, they tell the staff, yeah, help yourself, eat as much as you want, because they know like after the first couple of days you're just sick of chocolate and it never gets touched. Oops. Now I'm trying it this way around. I'm trying to glue the arm on before I glue the mirror on. It may or may not be a good idea. There. Yeah, that's it. Being a chef. Um, I, a chef. Um, I suppose a chef's job when you're working in restaurants and things like that. Um, you never get a chance to enjoy. How can I explain it? Yes, you enjoy your job because that's what you chose. That's the job you chose, and hopefully it's the job that you like doing. And um, I'd never thought about being a chef, and particularly going out. A chef is always at work when you, as a patron, are out enjoying yourself. Um, if you know what I mean. So a chef's time off is everybody else is at work. If you, do you get what I mean? The chef has to be at work for the evening when you're going out on a Friday night to enjoy your evening with your wife, with your partner, uh, to enjoy yourself and have a meal. Yeah, there's got to be the chef there to cook it. So yeah, it's yeah. Obviously, you get your time off, but if you're a popular chef in a popular restaurant, yeah, it's difficult to get time off. So yes, more power to your elbow as being for being a chef. Thank you very much. Right, now then, we'll try and put this on here without firing it across the room because it's round, it's tiny, and it's held in tweezers. Oh, it worked. Don't know if I could do that again. Yeah, the Reggie Modeler works in a garden centre restaurant. No silly lates for him. Yeah, it's good because it must be difficult because if you get a nice restaurant that's got a good reputation, because a restaurant's reputation is really centered on the chef and how good the chef is, because it's the reason you go to a restaurant is for the good food. And if you've got a good chef, you don't want to you don't want him uh, taking a few nights off each week because nobody want to cook your restaurant anymore. And I think the public are quite fickle as well, aren't they? They'll, as soon as a chef walks out of a restaurant, change a chef, something like that. If it's been good and the quality of the food suddenly goes down, they'll just disappear. People won't go anymore. So thank you for being a chef, for giving us our nights out. Try to do this again so we can do it on the other side. Another driving mirror. I wonder if I can be clever enough to do it twice. Try to catch up on chat. Here we are. I cook when hungry, but munch food while it's cooking because I'm hungry. So when it's cooked, I'm hungry. Yes, that's always a problem, innit? You come in from work or wherever you've been out. If you've been out on the fells for the day, you come in ravenous for food, and it's say it's about 4 o'clock. You can't. You know that your dinner's going to be along in a short time, but you still want to munch on a bag of crisps or finish off your packed lunch that you've had and brought back with you because you're hungry. And then an hour later your dinner's ready, and what you were so looking forward to earlier, you're not looking forward to it anymore because you're not looking forward to it anymore because you're not hungry. I've fallen for that lots of times. Right, here we go again. So this time we've done it. Yes, look at that. Yes, 2 driving mirrors, one there and one there. Yep, one there and one there. Yeah, whether they're there next week when you come back, absolutely no idea. Oh, that to do. So we've just got a tow hook to do now. Then I think we'll have about everything done. So we've got this tow hook, and yes, there it is. And there's a couple of bits of flash on there that we need to clean off, but I'll have to double check the right bits so we don't cut the wrong bits, because you know that I never ever cut the wrong bits off. There we go. Right, so we want another piece and we're nearly done. Yeah, I realise it's nearly finishing time, but we'll keep going till we've done all the bits for tonight. Oh. So that's that way. That bit goes on there, or it goes across the other side of the desk. Right, that finishes that toe hook off there. I thought off. Good night, I thought. I'll be finishing up soon. Won't be long. Hopefully we'll get this all in. Then that bit goes on there, and there's the tow hook for towing things. The schlepper bit, which means apparently means tug. Right, never have a look. Yes, right. There's those two bits on. No, there isn't. Right, what we've got left here is we've got 4 locating holes for the anchor. Let's have a look at the box. Right, what we've got left, we've got everything done apart from the anchor, and on the other side we've got the life belt to do. There are 1 or 2 of the bits and pieces left on the sprue, which, as I said, they must be for the later version, which Hobby Bus also do. So the anchor and the life belt. I'll be able to keep all these bits of greeblies. Never know, you might come in useful for something. But we'll leave the anchor off. We'll leave the life belt off. We've still the propellers to go on yet underneath, but we could do them up and they'll all be nice and shiny and brassy. So just got to keep an eye on that little tow hook just to make sure it doesn't droop, because we don't want a droopy tow hook. That can go on there. What we're going to do now is, or what I'm going to do is put the paint masks on. We'll do all the windows, and there's some, yeah. These are all numbered, so we'll be able to fit them all on nice and easily. Might remember we did some on the headlights. That's the little green bits in there. Well, life belts the same colour in World War II as now. The colour call out for this does show it as oops, as orange, which I think they were. I don't know if we had the orange and white Perry Boys as we do now, like we see. I don't think that was an international colour like it was Perry Boy. Life belts. In the UK, they're built by a company. They're made by a company called Perry, and obviously, yeah, they all sort of got called Perry Boys. But it's like all the vacuum cleaners got called Hoovers. But these are life belts. It does show them as being orange. I don't know. I probably think it is right. I don't know when they became orange. Because we do know that life jackets and such worn by fighter pilots and aircrew were yellow. But yeah, I think generally they probably were they were orange. Probably not the fluorescent orange as we know now. I can't recall back in the 60s and such being such a colour as fluorescent orange or fluorescent yellow. There was certainly no fluorescent jackets, was there? I do remember when I was a tiny kid, when they did the daylight saving experiment, that we had to wear orange diddy jackets, as they called them, in 19. Just looking for some other colours. But yeah, does anybody else have an idea when fluorescent colours came into being? B. A. Can't find an A sprue. Is there anything in the box? Nothing in there. B. B. I've only got 2 bolt pieces left. I can't find the sprue. Yeah, there it is. I've got hold of it. Well, I've built, yeah. So, if anybody out there does know about the colours of life belts, let us know. We want A18 and A19, and that'll be it. The last 2 bits. A18 is a D, or we can have a, yeah, it gives us the options, but we'll go with this one. And that one. Probably when health and safety was invented. Yeah. And I've got to remember now, there's so many fragile bits on this cabin top now. And we want a little tow hook in the front of this. And a D-ring to go in the top of that. Obviously we've still got the tracks to do on this. We'll have a look at that in another program. There we go. That, I think, apart from, I must remember, fragile. What was I going to say? Yeah, apart from the anchor and life belt, I think that marks the end of the build. Everything's stuck on. Now the fender, where's the box lid gone again? Noise. Now then, the fender. I've had some thoughts on this, and what I've found, I did say that when I was back at work I would have a look around the rope scrap bins and things like that. What we've got here, we've got this rope fender that goes round, and I've happened to have found some nice bits of cord, and I think hopefully if I can strip this down enough, I may be able to find something that will work quite nicely as a fender around the Land-Wasser-Schlepper Boattank. So something like that. Turn it aside so you can see. Something like that going along there, I think might give us, see, let's cut a little bit of this off. Just out of shot there. Here we go. Something like this. I think if we wind that around, put that in there, I'll try and trim it down. I think what we could do with this is, if you see it's got all sort of hairy and stuff like that, but I think maybe a little bit of beeswax or something just to hold the hairiness down. Hairiness. And then I need to work out how to fix that along the edge. This should do the job. Something like that. All right. I think for this evening though, that's about all we can do. Yeah, the build's done. I just got to wait till everything dries. I can then final fix that cabin top on there. Yeah, hopefully by next week I will have sprayed it, and then come back next week and we'll do some weathering and painting, putting tracks on and things like that. Otherwise, next week might be a bit of a short but boring show, because I'll have nothing to do, because you don't want to see me just spray painting this for a show when the sound turned off because the compressor makes a noise. Right, so I must get sent off for a puppy, but for tonight we'll leave it for tonight. Thank you everybody so much for joining in and coming along and supporting me. Don't forget, join me, go across so you can join the crew at Skipper's Scale Models and have a look at Patreon, where I'll be doing some behind the scenes stuff for the Titanic and other things. I'm going to do a little bit of a walk around the workshop and how I prepare everything for doing live streams, and show you where the cameras are and things like that, so you can come along and see that on Patreon. But in the meantime, thank you very much for coming along and supporting me. It's good to know that I'm not just talking to myself with nobody watching, but it's great to see you all. And it's not my turn this week for Warhammer, it's Chris's turn, but I'll be around somewhere to sort him out. Don't forget, like and subscribe if you haven't already down here. If you're on the if you're on the PC, like and subscribe, tick the subscriber bell, and you'll get notifications when I'm up and doing things. But in the meantime, thank you again, and we'll see you all next week for what could be the final part of the Land-Wasser-Schlepper, the Boattank. Bill, yes, it's looking good. Yes, Bill, William, it is looking good. What was a new to me, an unknown entity when I started this, you can't really see it because you're just looking down from above. What was an unknown entity to me when I got this out and thought, yeah, I'll build it on a live stream, it actually has turning in to a nice looking model. A bit of fun, somewhat different. Yeah, go get one. Get one, put it on your shelf. But it does come from e-models. Anyway, I'll leave you now with some closing music if I can find it. Just to say once again, thank you very much for joining in, and we'll see you all next week. Bye.